Every other Mustang has never even come close to matching the striking appearance of the Ford Mustang GTD. There is no other Mustang that has ever come close. Due to the fact that no other Mustang has ever even come close to competing with it. According to Ford, the dry-sump version of the 760 horsepower Mustang Shelby GT500 engine that is included in the GTD provides even more power, and its price tag is comparable to that of a number of homes. This information was provided by Ford. It was Ford that supplied us with this information. There was a pungent perfume that drifted through the air during the presentation of the most recent Ford Mustang in the year 2023. This scent was reminiscent of racing automobiles and was present during the debut of the vehicle. It was present when the unveiling that this potent perfume was presented. As a result of the powerful nature of the odor, it was rather pungent and overwhelming. Despite the fact that the new road-going Mustang GTD won our hearts, the aroma of racing fuels that was emanating from the Mustang GT for competition model and GT3 race car that will be competed in the 2026 24 Hours of Le Mans was a compelling experience for us. Both of these vehicles will be competing in the race. These two automobiles will be fighting against one another in the race. We were completely and thoroughly charmed with the Mustang GTD without any delay, and this was happening right at this particular time. The limitations that had been set on the automobile by the authorities who were responsible for sanctioning the automobile were lifted while the automobile was being turned into a vehicle that is suitable for use on public roads. It was necessary to do this in order to ensure that the automobile could be driven on public roads again. In order for the GTD to be able to accommodate these constraints, it was necessary for the GTD to make concessions in terms of power, weight, and aerodynamic attributes. It is comparable to the Ford GT in that it has its origins in racing and holds the status of being the most expensive Mustang ever with a starting price of $325,000. In addition, it has the distinction of being the most expensive Mustang ever. In addition, it is akin to the Mustang in terms of having its roots in racing, which is another point of comparison. This is the reason why this is the case, taking into consideration the fact that this specific Mustang is the most expensive model that has ever been produced. The amount of time that passes before we are able to witness the significant events that take place is one part of this novel that has the potential to be improved from its current state. The length of time that passes is the one item that could be improved if there is anything at all that might be improved. It has been anticipated that the base price of the 2026 Ford Mustang GTD will be somewhere in the neighborhood of $325,000. This is in accordance with the expectations that have been expressed. It is true that this is the situation. The Ford Mustang GTD will be manufactured in a limited run of 1,000 units. And it will be delivered either in the second half of 2024 or in the first quarter of 2026. The production run will be limited to 300 examples. In addition to this, it will be developed in a run that will be extremely limited when it is being produced. The production will make its debut in the year 2024 and continue until the year 2025. It will be necessary for the owners to produce evidence that they are in possession of more than just a substantial quantity of money in order for them to be eligible for this achievement. This is comparable to the actions taken by the GT Hypercar program when it defeated the competition at Le Mans. In the Grand Touring Daytona GTD class of the International Motorsports Association, IMSA, there is a competition that takes place between full-fledged GT3 racing vehicles. This competition is held annually. In this particular category, the only race vehicles that are permitted to compete are those that are categorized as GT3 vehicles. Mustang GTD is not only a descendant of this class, but it also takes its name from this family of automobiles, with which it shares a category. In other words, the Mustang GTD is directly related to this class. This essential notion, which served as the cornerstone for the construction, was the basis for the building of the most powerful Mustang that the firm has ever created up until this point, when compared to the vehicle that is utilized on the road. The GT3 race car and the passenger vehicle have significant variances in terms of the amount of power that they produce. Because the production version of the road car is equipped with a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 engine that is capable of providing approximately 800 horsepower, this is something that will certainly happen. This is something that will take place. The race car, on the other hand, is propelled by a rear-wheel drive V8 engine that has 5.4 liters of displacement and around 500 horsepower.